Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. It's Amanda. If you are new here and it's your first time, welcome. Welcome to another episode of The Aspiring Artist. And as you can tell, we are not at Mave's home in Magnolia Promenade. We are actually in Windenburg with Carlo. If you remember way back, I mentioned that Carlo actually owned multiple properties, one being the home that we had Mave's birthday party at in Doso Valley, another being his penthouse apartment in San Myshuno, and he also has this property in Windenburg on the Crumbling Isle. And Mava has actually temporarily moved in with Carlo. She is not going to be living with him permanently, but I did end up moving her in while we celebrate the holidays with them. She is here for Christmas, and we might still be here for New Year in this save file. I am not completely sure yet, but at least for right now, she is staying here with him. I moved her in instead of using the control any sim mod because sims can still leave the property with that mod, and I didn't really want to have to deal with her leaving and having to bring her back and all that type of stuff. So I just temporarily moved her in with Carlo. And so that is where we are at. It is actually the night before Christmas. It is 9 p.m. and they are just sitting here playing the game. If you remember back towards the beginning of the series, I mentioned that Mava does like to game a lot. Carlo himself is not much of a gamer, but Mava is. And so she's having a lot of fun playing this. It is technically Carlo's game system, but you know, Mava saw it and she was like, play a game with me. And so that is what they are doing now. Hopefully she wins. She has much higher gaming skill than Carlo does. It's not really his, his area of expertise. And since they are just playing the game, I guess I'll give you guys a quick tour of where they are staying. So this place does belong to Carlo. This is the living room, obviously. And then we have decorated for the holiday season. And so this is the dining area, and we have a nice bar over here. We have presents out here that aren't opened yet. And then we come into his kitchen, and there's not much going on in his kitchen, mainly because this is not his like main permanent home. You know what I mean? I don't want to give her that trait. I hate when it interrupts you to give you pop-ups like that when you're in tab mode. But anyways, this is his kitchen, and he does not do much cooking. And as you guys know, Mava also does not do much cooking. And so there's not much actually going on the counters in the kitchen. I know it is very monochromatic in here, but I like it. And by the front door, we also have a suitcase that technically belongs to Mava. This one actually counts as the front door back here because the stairs are out here. And also this build was made originally by Eva Rocky on the gallery. I just redecorated it, but originally it was their build. Then we come through here into the bedroom. This is a 1-bedroom home. And we see Carlo's desk setup over here. Over here we have the bed area, and then in this corner we do have an easel. I know it's hard to see because it is night out, but we have an easel over here that is mainly for Mava. Carlo himself does not do a whole lot of painting. He does have partial ownership over a museum, but that is mainly from his family. He himself is not much of a painter. So the easel is mainly for May's use. And then we come back here and we have the bathroom. He does have 2 showers back here. And then we just have, bathroom stuff on the counter, toothbrush and toothpaste. So we have 2 toothbrushes because Mava is here right now, temporarily. She's not living here permanently, but she is here for right now for the holiday season. And yeah, and then on this wall, we have pictures with Carlo's family, but more on them later. Right now, they are just relaxing and enjoying Christmas Eve. It is snowing heavily outside and they're just indoors staying warm. So I'm going to go ahead and press play and just let them finish out this game. Did Mava win? Let's see. Yes, from winning My Sims Racing. Wait to leave the competition in the dust. Yay, Mava. Okay. And I just want her to kind of just give him a kiss and be like, it's okay that you lost, you know, kind of like playfully, not like in a rude way or anything like that. Just kind of like a playful kiss. Like, it's okay that you lost, babe. Oh. And keep in mind, Carlo does not know anything about anything that was going on between Mava and Leandro and all of that. If you guys watched the little mini vlog that I put up with her, Carlo did actually come over. That was actually after the date that she had with Leandro, and he doesn't know anything about that. He's completely oblivious to it. And so for right now, they are in perfect bliss, sitting here flirting with each other and everything. I'm actually going to have them go ahead and order something to eat. As you guys can see, Carlo has plenty of money in the bank. When I move Mava back to her home, I did keep in mind, oh, she's giving him a massage. That's so cute. I did keep in mind that she did only have about 2,000 simoleons in the bank. Oh, we got a pop-up asking if she likes physical intimacy. I absolutely would say yes. And I'm sure you guys would also agree that Mava does like physical intimacy. They are so flirty. This is so romantic though, with the snow falling and everything, and just cuddled up on the couch, playing games and all of that type of stuff. But they do need to get something to eat. It is already 10 p.m. I'm going to go ahead and use Zoomers. Let me see if I can remember how to actually find it. They are something else. Okay, let me see if I can find, is it under home? Order a delivery, I think. Okay. Do I want them to order Zoomers or do I want them to get a pizza? I'm just going to have them actually order a pizza. I wish that the pizzas that we got with Home Chef Hustle actually were available to order through the food delivery, but they are not. I know there is a mod that adds them on, but I don't really like to have a lot of mods in my game. I love CC. Now, I do love custom content, but mods, I don't like to have a whole lot of in my game. So I'm just going to have them go ahead and order. Let's have them get a pepperoni pizza. Hopefully it does come. He's calling them. He's like, "Can I get one pepperoni pizza delivered? And I'll leave you a nice tip. I know it is snowing outside. It said it's on the way and it will arrive shortly. And it could just have that for dinner because it is so late." But like I was saying earlier, Carlo does have a lot of money in the bank right now. But when I move Mabel back to her home, I will try to remember that she had around 2,000 simoleons, so that it's not like she just suddenly developed a whole bunch of money. Oh, the pizza delivery person does not have on a coat. It's cold out here, honey. Okay, let's go ahead and take the pizza from the delivery person. Not the delivery person feeling flirty too. And can we tip them as well? Thank you. Let's see if he can give her a tip after he brings the pizza in. Let's see. Now, can we give her a tip? No. Can Mava give her a tip? No, we can't give her a tip at all. Okay, I'm sorry. We wanted to tip you, but let's just say that he did tip her. Because Carlo wouldn't just, you know, not tip the delivery person, especially after they came out here in the bad weather. He just would not do that. So Mae was also gonna come grab a slice of pizza. He was like, "Pizza's here, babe." And she's like, "Okay, I'll be right there." Is the delivery person still on our... I feel so bad. They're still just standing there on our porch. Either way, they are just going to sit here and just enjoy their dinner. And I actually want Carlo... Okay, now we just got charged for it. Okay, but I actually want Carlo to just kind of talk to Mava for a little bit. And I'm going to have them go ahead and just chat. Let's have them, let's see. I want them to have a deep conversation with each other. He's just cleaning up his plate really quick, because there are some things that they need to talk about as far as how the holidays are going to go tomorrow. Carlo, please hurry up. He's just telling Mava, he's like, you know, tomorrow's a special day and we will be celebrating the holiday. And he's telling her, like, we're going to have some people over tomorrow. And she's like, "Oh, cool, some of your friends or anything like that?" And he's like, "No, actually, my family is going to be coming over tomorrow, if that's okay. I really would love for you to meet them." And Mabel's actually feeling a little bit apprehensive about that right now. She's kind of feeling like, well, if we aren't super serious, then why do you want me to meet your family, you know? And so she's asking him, like, if we're not super serious, why do you want me to meet your family? And Carlos kind of like, well, you have been acting a little bit just a little bit more distant from me, because remember when he called her and asked what she was doing, and she just said, "Oh, I'm just going to head to bed earlier." And she's like, "Well, I just saw you a couple of days before I got here to your place." And he's like, "Yeah, but you didn't invite me over. I just came over. I just stopped by, You didn't invite me to come over. I was just stopping by to check on you." And she's like, "Yeah, but I don't think I've been acting more distant." And he's like, "Well, to me, it just feels like there's a little bit of distance between us. And I really want you to meet my family. They're super sweet, and I think they're going to love you." And he's like, "Even if we aren't like thinking about marriage or anything, you're still my girlfriend. I still want you to meet the people closest to me." And Mava's still feeling a little bit like, what she want to do. She wants to flirt with him. Mava is still feeling a little bit like, well, if this isn't supposed to be like a super serious relationship, see, he's angry. He's like, "Why doesn't she want to meet my family? She's acting like she doesn't know how she's been acting towards me. Like she doesn't feel a little bit of, like she didn't feel a little bit of distance between us. And he's probably like, "I said I love you on the phone the other day and you didn't say it back." And May's like, "Carlo, come on, you know I like you." And he's like, "I didn't say I like you. I said I love you, Mava, and you didn't say it back to me. And I noticed that." And she's like, "Well, Carlo, it's not that big of a deal." And Carlo's like, "I'm not saying it's a huge deal. It's just something I noticed." And she's like, "Well, all I'm saying is meeting family is usually for serious couples." And he's like, "Not always, May. Please just spend some time with them tomorrow. They'll love you, I promise. It's not a big deal." And she's like, "Okay, Carlo, okay." They did finish eating and she has to use the bathroom. So I'm going to have her go ahead and go to the bathroom. And Carlo's also feeling pretty tired. It's already 2 a.m. And like I was saying, they do have his family coming over later on, what is now technically today in game because it is 3 in the morning. So I am going to actually have them head to bed in a little bit so that they can get ready for that. Mava has not done any cooking or anything because she's not a great cook, and neither is Carlo. But they can try to like get something done in the morning. I'm not really sure what they are going to make. If not, Carlo's mother is actually a pretty good cook. And so when she comes, then we can see where that goes. I'm also going to have him go ahead and use the bathroom. And May is also feeling a little bit tired. So when she gets out of the bathroom, I'm going to have her come in here and go to sleep. And then when Carlo comes out the bathroom, I will also have him come in here and head to bed as well, so they could try to get some rest. I'm thinking about having his family come over around noon-ish so that we could spend most of the day with them. But in the morning, I do want them to open up these presents that they have. I think I put that as a tradition for the first day of celebration. If I didn't, then it's definitely for the second day. But right now they are just asleep, and I'll see you guys when they wake up. Okay, guys, so they are awake. I just had both of them take showers, perks of having the 2 showers. And I actually did not put open presents on this first day of celebration because I did divide the holiday up into 2 separate days because you know how quickly sim time moves. And so the next day might actually be another episode, depending on how long this one is. There might be a part 1 and a part 2. So the traditions that we have for today are actually drinking, festive spirit, grand meal, and being thankful. And so I'm actually going to have them because they are hungry right now, but I don't want them to have a grand meal right now. I'm actually going to get that pizza out that they ordered last night instead of having them cook something, because I feel like both Mava and Carlo would be completely fine with eating pizza, this morning. Like, I don't really see them having a problem with that. So I'm going to have both of them come out here and grab a slice of pizza. It is 10 a.m. I'm also going to have them put on different clothes later on when it's time for their guests to arrive. But for right now, what they have on is completely fine. Because I thought I had on there for them to open presents on the first day, but I guess I put it on the second day, which is completely fine. Let's have Mava grab a slice as well. But I want Mava to be like, "I'm feeling a little bit nervous for when your family arrives." And Carlos like, "Don't be nervous. I promise it's going to be completely fine." Oh, he's flirting with her. He's like, "It's going to be completely fine. They are going to love you. You're so amazing. And they're going to think you're just as amazing as I do." Never mind the fact that she also got a little side thing going on, but he don't know that right now, so it's fine. Let's have her go ahead and clean up these plates that they have. because it is almost 12. Like I said earlier, the time just goes by so fast, which is why we have 2 days of celebration in the first place, because there's no way I would have been able to get through everything I wanted them to do for this holiday in just one sim day. That's just not possible. And I also want Carlo to come over here and put away the rest of the pizza that we have over here. And I also want Carlo to just come and he's also just going to tell her, thank you for being here with me. I'm happy we could spend the holiday together. It means a lot to me, May. And she's like, of course, I love being out here with you. It's not like I had, anywhere else I'd rather be right now or anything like that. And he's like, I know, but I just appreciate it. It means a lot to me, babe. And she's like, of course. And I feel like he's also going to tell her, I want him to do a deep conversation. And he's also going to tell her, for tomorrow, babe, I actually got a dress for you that I would love for you to wear tomorrow. And she's like, if you picked it out, it's probably beautiful. And he's like, I like it and I can't wait to see you in it. But that's not for the dinner today. It is actually for the next part of celebration. Let's see, who is texting Mava? Robin. Robin's asking if we want to go to the club tonight. We can't, Robin, we can't, but we are going to be seeing Robin tomorrow, technically. We are going to be seeing Robin, but I'm going to have them come back here and change their clothes. They are both dressed. It is now almost 2 p.m. and I'm going to actually have Carlo go ahead and, where is Be Thankful? Is it under small talk? There it is. Okay, I'm going to have him go ahead and just be thankful towards her. And I'm also going to have her do the same thing for Carlo. Okay, so they both checked that off. He's like hyping her up. He's like, you got this, babe. I promise they're gonna love you. Okay. I did actually end up putting him in a club with his family so that they would not leave. So I'm going to go ahead and start a club gathering so that they can all come over. Because y'all know how Sims will just like up and leave like as soon as you invite them over, unless you have them like in a club setting or anything like that. And so they're just going to come over. He's like, they're on their way now. Don't be nervous. You got this, babe. I'm right here by you. I promise you they're going to love you. I'm not used to seeing the plumb bob anymore. Seeing how huge it is ridiculous. Oh my goodness. And she's like, does your mom know I don't cook? Did you tell her I don't cook? And he's like, stop panicking. You're panicking for nothing. Okay, so we have our first guest here. This is Carlo's sister. Her name is Lena. She is Carlo's younger sister by just a couple of years. And she is cheerful, ambitious, and a maker sim. She actually has one of the wellness aspirations because she loves yoga and meditation, and she does actually hope to open up her own studio one day where she can teach yoga and meditation on her own time. And I'm just going to have him go ahead and hug his sister really quick. Let's have him give her a hug. And I'm also going to have Mava go ahead and introduce herself. I think we can actually do the talk up another sim, actually. I hope they like her. Okay, it's under gossip. Let's do talk up another sim, and let's have him talk up Mava to his sister. He's like, this is my girlfriend, Mava. I really want you guys to meet her and be nice. Oh, we have our next guest. Let's see what she says about Mava, though. What does Lena think about Mava? She says, wow, Carlo, I wasn't aware that you felt so strongly about Mava. She seems like good company. I'll chat with her soon. Yay. Okay. So hopefully she likes her. But our next guest over here is Carlo's father. This is Abner Latham, and he is an adult sim, and he is loyal, an overachiever, and an art lover. So him and Mava actually have that in common. It was actually his parents' business. It was Carlo's parents' business first in the art museum, and Carlo kind of just, inherited that. He is kind of a nepo baby, yes. And so his father is an overachiever and an art lover, and I think it fits perfectly. I'm also, where's his dad going? His dad better not be going to our, please, let's see. I'm going to also have him come in here, and I'm going to have him also introduce Mava to his father. I'm going to have him talk her up to his father. Oh, his mother is already here. She's over here making drinks. So I might as well introduce you guys to his mother as well, who has helped herself to the bar. Okay, so this is Carlo's mother. Her name is Florence, and she is also an adult sim. She is a foodie. She is self-assured, and she is outgoing. She is a very sweet woman, but also very stern. I'm very serious about her children. Still very nice though, but she don't play about her kids, And so I'm also going to have him introduce Mava to his mother while he's in here talking to his father. Mava has a great reputation now. His sister said, Mava is great. I'm glad I got to know them. Oh, I love that. I'm going to have Mava just continue. They also have a good relationship too. They can already do an inside joke. I love that. They're getting along pretty well. What is his dad saying? Mava sounds like she's an absolute pleasure to be around. His dad said, oh my goodness, I love this. Let's see what his father thinks. Let's see, how does he feel? He's like, I've heard so much about you from my son. He says he likes you a lot. Oh, he said Mava is great. Oh, that's so awesome. I also want him to come in here. He's also feeling completely enamored with Mava right now. Carlo is seriously falling hard for Mava. It seems like he is actually falling harder for Mava than she is for him. I wonder if that also has to do with the fact that he asked Mava to be his girlfriend. Mava did not ask him to be her boyfriend. He asked her after they spent one night together. He's definitely more into Mava than she is into him. We'll see how that goes. Let's have him come in here and talk to his mother, Florence. His father is determined to go back there to that easel. Aww. He's like, Mama, there's somebody I want you to meet. She's super important to me. Please be nice. Let's see, what does she say? Mava sounds like she is a pleasure. Okay, let's see how meeting his mother goes. She's like, so my son tells me you're pretty great. Oh my goodness. Okay, his mother says, I was extremely hopeful heading into that conversation, but after spending a brief amount of time with Mava, it became obviously clear to me that we weren't meant to be friends. Oh my goodness. I was actually kind of worried that that would happen when they met. To be honest, that is kind of what I wrote for the episode. So it works. It works. It's actually a good thing because of how I did write his mother and her interactions with Mava. But I'm just surprised that the game actually went along with it. You know what I mean? Like, Mava's save file just has a mind of its own completely. And it's like, I write it down in Notes app or whatever, and the game just knows. It just knows. Let's see, how is Carlo feeling? He's feeling a little bit embarrassed. A friendly catastrophe from failing to talk up someone. Sometimes things are better left the way they are. He's feeling a little bit bad. He's embarrassed by how his mother responded. I'm going to have him come over here and come talk to May. I want him to have a deep conversation with her. How is her relationship with his mother now? Not nearly as high as it is with Lena. And where did his father go? I think his father is actually back here painting right now. She's coming back here probably to talk to her husband, and she's going to be like, I do not like that girl, Abner. And he's like, Florence, what's wrong with the girl? You just met her. And she's like, I just don't like her. I don't think she's right for Carlo. She's not the one for him. You know, he talks about her like she's so great. What's so great about her? I don't see anything great about her. And Abner's probably like, Florence, you just met the girl. You don't know anything about her. Why are you acting like this? And she's like, I know what's good for my son. I don't like her. I don't like her. She looks cheap. And he's like, honey, please stop. They can hear you. I'm actually going to take control of Florence, and I'm going to have her, let's see how she's feeling. She said she has a sad moodlet, not very interesting, from having an unappealing conversation. Everything about that exchange was dreary, to say the least. Florence. All right. I told y'all she don't play about her son. Her daughter too, but you know how some people are with their sons. Like, come on. Yeah, that's Florence. Okay, I'm actually going to have Florence come out here. She's going to come out here and she's going to give her son a big hug. You know, I want her to come out here, and I'm actually going to have her, let's see, I'm going to have her come out here and hug her son, and she's also going to give him a family kiss. They are all standing here talking. At least she gets along well with his sister, which is a good thing. But she's just like, where's my baby? Where's my boy? And this is like right in front of Mava. And I do want Mava to just try to talk to her a little bit and just try to find like some type of common ground. Let's have her do a belly laugh with his mom. I don't know if she's going to like that, but it is the holiday. So let's see how that actually goes over. Let's see, what does Florence think? Is she amused? Oh, she is. She's like, okay, I can get with that. I can get with that. Maybe they could break the ice a little bit. I also want Florence to go ahead and start cooking something. She does have other outfits, so I'm gonna have her change her clothes. Let's have her just put on something a bit more casual. Let's have her just put on this outfit right here. Okay, and I'm going to have her go ahead and get started on a grand meal for everyone. Let's go ahead and have her make a ham dinner. It is already 5 p.m. Does she like small talk? I honestly don't think Florence likes small talk, to be honest with you. I don't. Florence is not the type of woman that likes small talk. I just don't see that. So I'm gonna have her go ahead and get started on a grand meal. And I'm also going to have Carlo come over here. He needs to use the bathroom. I'm just gonna cheat that up a little bit. I'm gonna have Carlo come over here and make drinks. Maybe I'll have him just make a drink for everyone. Let's have him make drinks for everyone. He could just pour everyone a glass of wine. It is going to cost 80 simoleons. And Mavis still talking to Lena, and Lena's probably like, don't worry about my mom. She's just a little bit tough. And Florence is like, I'm not tough, Lena. Why do you always say that about me? And Lena's like, Mom, you are. You're so rough on people, you know? And she's like, oh, Lena, whatever. And I also want Mava to also, let's see, can she join Florence in cooking? Okay, let's have her join his mom in cooking. Elena went and grabbed her glass of wine. She's like, I'm gonna need this. And Mavel's probably asking them about like, well, what do you guys like to do? What are your hobbies? And Lena's like, I like yoga. I also teach yoga and meditation at the local spa. And Florence is like, because Florence is actually a writer. And so she's talking to Mava about that. She's like, I love to write in my spare time. It's always been a hobby of mine. And Carlo's like, Ma, did I tell you that Mava is an artist? She's very talented. And Florence is like, yeah, you told me before over the phone. A little bit rough. She's like, you told me before over the phone that she is an artist. And he's like, yeah, she's great at it. You should see some of her work. She's fantastic. And Florence is like, maybe I'll have to give it a look. I'll give it a look. He's just over here kind of just helping break the ice a little bit, being a little bit of a buffer between his mother and Mava. Let's see, where is his father at? His father's in here watching sports, and I'm actually going to have him come in here and sit with his father. Let's have him watch the current channel. Did he drink his wine? Let's see, I don't think he had his drink, so let's have him go ahead and have his drink, and then he's going to come over here and watch the game with his dad. Let's see, what did that accomplish for Mava? Oh, she checked off the festive spirit. Robin's like, hey, I heard that you met Carlo's sister, and she's like, Robin, I'll text you back later about today. Let's see, Carlo's sitting here with his father, and I'm going to have him go ahead and have a deep conversation with his father. I'm going to have him, let's see, deep thoughts, deep convo. He's like, what did you think about Mava? And he's like, I think she's great. She seems like a really good girl, really sweet. Just talking about her a little bit. And get off the phone, Carlo, please. See, they're breaking the ice with them just a little bit. She's definitely chatting more with his sister than she is with Florence, but they're kind of breaking the ice a little bit. And remember that Mava is socially awkward, which could also play a role in her feeling so nervous around his mom. But they're kind of, Lena's like, see, now you guys are getting along. Now you got it. And yeah, they're definitely breaking the ice between them. And Carlo's probably talking to his father, about how Mava is an artist. I don't want him to, speculate about other sims. Let's ask about Dang. He's probably telling him, like, May is an artist. She's super talented. And Abner's actually like, I would love to see some of her work because he loves art. He's like, I would love to see some of his work. And Carlos just going to be like, yeah, pretty soon, probably when the weather warms up a little bit, she's actually going to be having her own exhibit, like a big celebration. And it would be great if you guys could be there to support her. And Abner's like, I would love to do that. I would love to see some of your partner's work. I can't wait to see that. And let's see what's going on in here. They are still cooking. Mava is getting very hungry. How much longer until our ham is done? It's almost complete. It is 8 p.m. already. Oh my goodness. And did Mava have her drink? I feel like she's going to be like, excuse me, ladies, I'm just going to go grab a quick glass of wine because she sees the wine that Lena has. And she's like, I'm just going to get me a quick glass of that. And while Mava's going, Lena's going to be like, Mom, you need to loosen up. You baby Carlo so much. And Florence is like, I'm not babying Carlo. And Lena's like, okay. She's coming in here to talk to her brother and her dad. She's like, I needed a break in the kitchen from mom. What are you guys up to in here? Florence is going to be like, dinner is served. Come eat. So I'm going to have her go ahead and call everyone to the grand meal. Hopefully they can all sit at the table, even with this big centerpiece up here. Maeve was like, that smells delicious. She is hungry. So I'm going to have them all come over here and grab a plate. Florence is like, y'all come eat. Abner turned the game off. Come get some dinner. I love how Lena sat right next to Maeve. I feel like they could actually be really good friends, her and Lena. You know, if this relationship doesn't explode eventually, then they could actually be really good friends. Are they going to come eat? Let's see. Let me just have them just come over here and just grab a serving like that. There we go. I feel like Florence was probably like, Abner, turn the game off now. Come eat as a family. Where's he going? No, I need him to come eat in here. Hold on. I'm going to control Abner really quick because he is determined to not sit back here. How's he feeling? Like your wife is not on anything, please. He's also feeling like he made a friend from having an engaging conversation. So he enjoys Maeve. Maybe because they are both artists. I'm gonna have him come sit in here. I really want them all to just sit down together. Come sit down, please. Everybody come sit down around the table. Enjoy your meal. And they are playing musical chairs. That is just great. Well, mostly everyone is sitting. I guess it's going to have to be good enough. I'm going to have her, let's have her do a little bit. I don't want it to be mean. I don't want her to shout forbidden words either because I don't feel like Florence would do that. Let's have them go ahead and let's have them talk about dreams. I feel like she's asking Maeve, like, so Maeve, what are your goals in life? What are your ambitions? And May is like, I just want to be good at my art. I just want to be, you know, successful. I want to make enough to be able to take care of myself and to not have to rely on anyone. I just really want to be perfect at my craft. And Florence is like, well, that's nice. Those are nice goals to have. I do like that. You know, she's kind of like running in her head through things like what she thinks is okay for Carlo and what's not okay, you know, all that type of stuff. And she's like, oh, those are nice goals to have. Those are nice ambitions. And I feel like she's also going to, let's see, I feel like she's also going to be like, so what about your family? Why aren't you with them today? You know, kind of like roughly asking, like, why aren't you with your family today? And, oh, she learned that Maeve is socially awkward. I feel like Maeve was like, well, it's a little bit difficult. My family's kind of, she doesn't really want to come out and just, you know, completely talk about her family. She's like, my family's a little bit distant from each other, I guess you could say. And that's kind of why we don't really celebrate the holidays together. And Florence is like, I'm sorry to hear that. But she is thinking about creativity. She's like, you know, maybe this could be okay for my son. And Lena's coming over here. She's probably like, Mom, are you grilling Maeve again? Leave her alone, Mom, please. Florence is so for sure. And so I feel like Florence probably said back like, Lena, I have the right to ask questions. I can ask whatever I want to ask. He is my son. And Lena's like, no one said he wasn't your son, Mom. Just stop grilling the girl on the holiday. Jeez. Okay. And I feel like Carlo's going to, let's see, where's Abner? Is he back watching the TV? Abner does not care, honey. He is over here watching TV. He met Maeve. He's like, I like the girl. That's good enough for him. I'm also going to have Carlo go ahead and clean up these dishes. Maeve's going to go ahead and put away the rest of the food. And now that everyone has left the table, she's sitting here talking to Lena. And she's going to be like, let's see. Let's have her talk about dreams with Lena. She's going to be like, Lena, I have the right to ask the girl about her plans in life. I'm curious to know. And Lena's like, Mom, it's not like Carlo's completely self-made or anything. Like, he pretty much inherited what you and Dad already had. And I'm going to have his mom go ahead and put this away. Maeve has to use the bathroom, so I'm going to have her go ahead and go do that. And then I'm also going to have his mom, I feel like she would want a baked good now for them to eat. So I'm going to have her come over here and bake. Let's see. His mom has excellent cooking and baking skills. I'm actually going to have her go ahead and make, where is sweet potato pie? I feel like she would make one of those. Let's have her get a pie in the oven. Oh, she's autonomously talking to May. I love that. I love that. They're autonomously chatting with each other. Let's have her just join cooking again. They are forming a little bit of a relationship. She's like, your cooking was delicious, Mrs. Latham. I absolutely loved the ham and the sides. Everything was so good. And I feel like Florence is probably like, do you do much cooking, Mava? And May's like, no, not really. I'm not that great at it. And she's like, well, you keep cooking with me, you can learn how to be good at it, you know? And then under her breath, she's like, my son's gonna need someone around who can cook for him. You know what I mean? May's like, yeah, I would love to learn how to get better. And she's going to excuse herself to the bathroom. Is Abner still in the bathroom? Oh my goodness. What? Oh, now Lena is going to the bathroom. Okay. Mava is desperate to get out of this conversation. She has to use the bathroom so bad, but so does everyone else, unfortunately. Let's just have Florence go ahead and just call everyone to grab a piece of dessert. And Florence is like, well, dig in. Tell me what you think of the pie. She's watching Mava as she eats it. May's like, it's good, Miss Latham. I like it. It's good. You know, like trying to flatter her, but she is a little bit awkward. But she's like, it's good. It's delicious. And Florence is like, I know it is. Look at the look on her face. She's like, I know that pie is good, girl. I know it's good. Florence is a very confident woman, very confident, and rightfully so. You know, she's well accomplished, but you know, she could just be a little bit rough. I'm going to go ahead and have Mabel put away the rest of this pie. And Carlo's like, what are you ladies over here chatting about? Oh, that's the end of the holiday. Well, part one of the holiday. And Carlo's like, are you getting to know her a little bit better? And Florence is probably like, yeah, a little bit, but she told me she can't cook. And he's like, Mom, that doesn't matter. We can always order food. Carlos is going to go ahead and clean up everyone's plates. I feel like, you know, he loves his family and they had fun today, but he's also just going to be kind of ready for them to go. You know, they spent all day together. It was great, but it's almost 3 o'clock in the morning. And I feel like he's pretty close to being like, hey, it's time. It's time for y'all to get going. I do want Carlo to go ahead before his family leaves for the night. I do want him to go ahead and give everyone hugs. Go ahead and give his sister a hug, and then his mother as well a hug. I also want Mava to go ahead and give everyone a hug before they leave as well. Let's see, his mom is over here making more drinks. Oh my goodness. Okay. Then I want Mava to go ahead and come out here. What's his mom back here doing? Snooping on his computer? Let's have her come in here and give Abner a hug. Let's also have her go ahead and hug Lena. Her and Lena became really good friends. His father's probably like, don't worry too much about my wife. She's a sweetheart. She's just a little bit tough to crack, you know. Don't let her get under your skin. He's like, you're good with me. Remember, Abner was watching TV, like he ain't too concerned. He not too concerned in his son's love life and personal affairs. Aww. I really do feel like Lena and Mava could actually be really good friends, and Lena's probably like, don't let my mom get to you. Don't let her get under your skin. I want them to actually take a quick pic together. I feel like Lena's gonna be like, let's take a pic together to remember our first holiday together. Like Lena's really laid back, really chill, you know. And so if Carlo likes Mava, she likes Mava, you know, kind of similar to how her father feels right now. She's like, hey, my brother likes you, I like you too. You're good with me, you know what I mean? There we go. It's so cute. Okay, now they have a picture together to remember their first Christmas together. And Lena's probably like, oh, it's so cold. I don't feel like going out. I don't feel like going back out into the cold. But they don't really have space here to accommodate everyone. His parents aren't too far away from them. They are also here in Windenburg. And I feel like Carlos probably back here like, Mom, next time we all get together, please try to be a little bit nicer. I'm gonna have Mava come back here and also give his mother a hug. It is almost 5 a.m. She's like, it was really nice meeting you, Mrs. Latham. And she's like, it was nice meeting you too, young lady. And I'm gonna have Carlo go ahead and end the gathering with all of them so that they can get going. It is almost 5 a.m. And Florence is like, I meant what I said about us cooking together so you can get a few cooking skills under your belt. And May was probably like, I would like that, Mrs. Latham. I like that. And she's like, well, I guess I'll get going. I'll see you guys later, okay? Y'all be good. And now that everyone has left, I do want Carlo to come over here and let's have him just embrace Mava. And he's like, "Oh, you did so good with them today, babe. Oh, they're so cute." He's like, "You did so good with them today. I know my mom can be a little bit much to deal with. My sister's chill and my dad is definitely more laid back. You know, his main thing was watching the game." May's like, "I noticed your sister's definitely the most chill and your dad's really cool too, but your mom, she's a little bit tougher. I wish that he could offer her encouragement. I don't know why she would offer him encouragement. Oh, they are so sweet. I just want her to be like, aw." He's like, "Trust me, my mom does like you. She's just gonna be difficult about it." Let's see, how are they feeling? Mava's feeling like with my people. She's also feeling like she had an excellent holiday. She loves how it's decorated in here. And she has shared joy because Carlo is happy. He's also feeling like he had a really good holiday as well. So they both did have a good time, despite meeting his mother being a little bit rough around the edges, but nothing that Mava could not handle, like he's going to ask Mava, "Oh, there's our part two, rolling it up there. It is now. It's technically still the holiday, technically, for me, in game, but I did split it up into two parts, as I said earlier, because of how quickly time goes by. There was no way we were going to be able to fit everything into one day. I feel like he's going to ask Mava, he's like, "So when can I meet your family?" And he's like, when can I meet your family? You met mine and they love you. I want to meet yours." May's gonna be like, I don't think that's a good idea. And Carlo's like, "Well, why not? They can't be that bad, are they?" And May's like, "You think that, but it is that bad." And Carlo's like, "Bad as in you guys don't get along?" And May's like, "Exactly that. We don't get along. My parents would actually be better off divorced. They don't have a marriage that's anything like your parents. And he's like, "Well, if you think that's what's right, let's have her complain a little bit." She's like, "There's a reason why we don't spend the holidays together." She's like, "I love being here with you, but it's just not really a good idea for even me to be around my family, and definitely not for you to be around my family either. It's just for the best that they just aren't involved in this relationship at all." And he's like, "Well, I understand that." And she's like, "What your parents have is completely different." Maybe it's not self-absorbed, please. "What your parents have is completely different than the dynamic my parents have. Trust me, they'd be better off not being together at all. It would be better for all parties involved, including me." And he's like, "Well, you got me, babe. Regardless of how things are with your family, you got me. I'm there for you." And she's like, "I appreciate it. Just trust me, it's for the best that they just aren't involved." He's like, "I trust you, I believe you." And I feel like after they just had that kind of heavy conversation where May just revealed things about her family that she hadn't told him about yet, I feel like he's going to try to lighten the mood because Carlo is a bit of a goofball. And so I feel like he's going to try to lighten the mood a little bit. And he's going to be like, "Hey, let's open up some of these presents." Technically, it is one of the traditions for today. And so he's going to be like, "Let's open up some of these gifts over here. Let's see what Santa brought us. And he is also exhausted. Let's have him go ahead and open this up. And May's going to open hers. Does she like it? It seems like it. Okay, what did they both get? Let's see. Carlo got one starter herbs. Maybe you got him herbs, please. What did she get? One platinum. Okay. He got her, let's say since he got her an element, let's say he got her like a nice necklace or something like that. And apparently she got him some herbs. We're gonna say it's a different type of herbs, okay? But yeah, we're just going to say like he got her a nice necklace and she got him some herbs. And I want him to go ahead and share the spirit with her. And also just let's have him hold her hands. He's like, "These gifts were great, babe. Thank you." Amani is also texting us. We'll see Amani later too. Let's just have him go ahead and hold hands. And now I'm going to have both of them shower and then they can actually head to bed because it is almost 9 a.m. the next day. And she does have a moodlet saying perfect present from opening a present. Only someone who truly gets me would have chosen such a perfect present, which we're calling a necklace. That or I am very easy to read. And how did he feel? He also has the same moodlet, perfect present, and he has a flirty moodlet. Okay, so they are both in bed. It is already 10 a.m. Like I said, we are going to continue the rest of the activities in the next part because this part was already so much going on. I didn't want it to stretch out for too long. And so we are going to continue the rest of the activities. In the next part, we will be having a Christmas party with them right here at Carlos Place. But okay, guys, that is where I am going to go ahead and wrap up today's episode. I really hope you all enjoyed it. If you did, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Take care of yourselves, and I'll see you all next time. Bye, guys.